Write the first three terms of the sequence whose nth term is given by the formula. Letter A, if we have this sequence, a sub n is equal to 3n plus 1. So to get the first, second, and third term of this sequence, we will have a sub 1, a sub 2, and a sub 3 respectively. To get the first term, we are going to substitute 1 to the n in the right side of the sequence dito sa ating equation. So we have 3 times n plus 1, then 3 times, since we are looking for the first term, substitute natin yung 1 sa n, then plus 1. Then simplifying this 3 times 1, that is 3 plus 1. Therefore, the first term is 4. For the second term, we have 3 times yung n natin ay papalitan natin ng 2. Since we have or we are looking for the second term, so 3 times 2 plus 1. So 3 times 2, that is 6 plus 1 equals 7. 7 is the second term of this sequence. For the third term, ganun uli ang gagamitin natin. So we have 3 times 3 plus 1. 3 times 3, that is 9, plus 1 equals 10. So the first three terms of the sequence a sub n is equal to 3n plus 1 are 4, 7, and 10. For the second sequence, we have a sub n is equal to negative 1 raised to n times n plus 1 over 2n squared. So in here, to get the first term, which is a sub 1, we are going to substitute 1 dun sa n ng ating sequence. So we have negative 1 raised to 1 times 1 plus 1 over 2 times n. Yung n natin magiging 1, then squared. Simplifying this, so we will have negative 1 raised to 1, that is 1, negative 1. Then times 1 plus 1 equals 2 over 2 times 1 squared, that is 1. So 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay, so then we will have negative 1 times 2 over 2. Ito po ay magiging 1. So negative 1 times 1, it is equal to negative 1. So therefore, the first term is negative 1. For the second term, okay, and then ay substitute natin yung n mula dun sa, okay, ulit. Next, for the second term, we will have a sub 2. And we are going to substitute 2 dun sa n uli. So we have negative 1 squared times 2 plus 1 over 2 times 2 squared. Simplifying this, we will have negative 1 squared. Negative 1 times negative 1 magiging positive 1. Okay, and then times 2 plus 1 equals 3 over 2 times 2 squared. Yung 2 squared ay 4. Okay, so yan ay 4. Okay, so 4 times 2 magiging 8. So 1 times 3 over 8 is equal to 3 over 8. 3 over 8 is the second term of this sequence. Okay, and then for the third term, we have a sub 3. And a sub 3 is equal to negative 1 raised to 3 times 3 plus 1 over 2 raised to 3 squared. Simplifying this, we will have negative 1 raised to 3. That means negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. We will obtain negative 1. Okay, times 3 plus 1 equals 4 over 2 times 3 squared. 3 squared. Okay, that means 3 times 3 equals 9. So 2 times 9 equals 18. Okay, so simplifying this, so we will obtain negative 1 times 4 over 18. Ang 4 over 18 can be simplified as 2 over 9. So we will have negative 1 times 2 over 9. So negative 1 times negative 1 times 2 over 9, that is equal to negative 2 over 9. So negative 2 over 9, that is the third term. Sequence letter C, a sub n is equal to n factorial plus 1. So, n factorial, that is 1 times 2 times 3, depende sa value ng n. So, for the first term, we have a sub 1, it is equal to n factorial. Yung n natin, papalitan natin ng 1 for the first term. So, we have 1 factorial plus 1. So, we all know that 1 factorial is equal to 1. Then, plus 1. So, the first term for this sequence is 2. For the second term, we have a sub 2. We have 2 factorial plus 1. So, 2 factorial, that is 1 times 2, and then plus 1. So, in here, we will have 1 times 2 equals 2 plus 1. So, the second term is 3. Next, for the third term, we have a sub 3. So, we have 3 factorial plus 1. Okay, and then 3 factorial, we have 1 times 2 times 3, and then plus 1. So, 1 times 2, that is 2 times 3 equals 6. Then plus 1. So, 6 plus 1 equals 7. 7 is the third term of this sequence. For your practice, write the first 5 terms of the sequence whose nth term is given by the formula. Pause this video for 10 minutes to solve this practice. And here are the answers. I do hope that all your answers are correct.